Hello everybody, this is Brisbane05 Lost here and welcome back to another video of this channel. In this last episode, we've actually played in the Europa League match and that was against FC Zurich. And it was actually a pretty close game, honestly. It was against a Swiss club. It was not a pretty good side, honestly, but for some reason they actually caught up. But obviously our vice-captain, Kai Havertz, well technically he was the captain in that match. The substituted skipper for Martin Odegaard, he actually clutched while scoring a brace and such. That actually got the win for us in the Europa League. Our second win, actually second win. But today's match, this week actually, is going to be a grinder. Yes, it's going to be a grinder because today's match is against Manchester City and then the next match is against Chelsea. So there's one home match, which is obviously against Manchester City at Emirates, but then the other one is the away match, and we're versing Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So these two games is going to be crucial for us, especially in the title race, because Manchester City are currently in first on the table, as we already know. We've already taken a look at the standings, so I'm not that surprised. But I really hope that we can get the job done, because it's Manchester City, for crying out loud. They always own us. They own us in every Premier League title race. But can this match be the turning point? Can this change? Can this be the end of Man City if we at least get a win against them? Well, we don't know. We're going to see and find out. But I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really means a lot. I was this close to lose my motivation. This close to lose my motivation. But because I've seen a lot of views, well, not many views, but some of the views, it at least got me back on track, and at least I didn't give up. So it got me back on track, and I didn't give up. So that's why I recommend you to please subscribe to my channel if you want me for very long, if you want me for longer periods, especially at crucial times. So please make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, let's enjoy this pulsating match. Alright guys, so we're back to see this pulsating match, and that's Arsenal against Manchester City. So basically, let's take a look at the news here for the side. So, obviously it's for Arsenal. The club news was, why the new role for Camavinga? Fans are used to seeing Camavinga play as a defensive midfielder. So it'll come as a surprise to learn that the manager now wants to try him as a midfielder. Does the boss see this as a permanent switch, or as a short-term change or role to help Camavinga develop his all-round game? Well, basically he's used as a centre defensive midfielder in his Real Madrid days. But come on, man. It's Arsenal, and Premier League is sometimes a bit more physical for Camavinga. So that's the reason why we kind of changed him to that centre midfielding position. But yeah, Arsenal against Man City preview. The rivalry between Arsenal and Manchester City is set to continue this week when the teams meet again in another intriguing Premier League encounter. Fans of Arsenal are hoping to see their favourites take the spoils. There's never any love lost against their Man City rivals. Given the history between the two clubs, we should be for a cracking atmosphere at Emirates Stadium from the moment the referee blows his whistle for kickoff. Excuse me. So, yep. Basically, let's take a look at the squad up for Camavinga and see why the new role. Because it's in the Premier League, we kind of changed Camavinga into his usual self, his usual centre midfielding thing. And you know what? This kind of improved his stats, his overall. Well, I'll tell you why. So he's actually an 80. He was an 82 rated player, but now he's gone to an 83 rated player, and it's because of the development he's made. So basically, once we take a look at the development plan of Eduardo Camavinga, we get to see his improvements, and his form is excellent as usual. Development bonus 40%, and for him it has have the fastest growth when a player is in very good form. So his sprint speed is 79 acceleration. His shot power is obviously excelled. That's why he was able to create chances, but obviously his finishing is kind of a bit meh. It's been stinky. But his vision, I'm not surprised about his vision, because he is the leading assist player with 7 assists, or 6 assists, basically, not 7, 6 assists. That's the reason why he has that amazing vision and amazing stats. Agility, defending, physical, dribbling, yep. His highest stats is obviously dribbling, but his shooting is probably one of his lowest. His kryptonite. But we will improve that for Kamavinga because he's basically a midfielder. That's the reason why we don't like to do that. Why we don't like to keep it this way. Keep it as a midfielding thing. But yeah, Kamavinga is actually the leading assist player. They have 2 assists. Martinelli has 5. Saka has 3 despite being goal scorer. In his goal scoring form. And then Ben White. He's actually leading over Ben White, who actually has 5 assists. Partey only scoring the only goal. But yup, as rumors says, or actually it's no longer rumor anymore. It's now a permanent thing. He's actually going to join Liverpool, which I told you in the previous episode. But yeah, let's take a look at the match day and stuff. So, pre-match report. We're going to take a look at the pre-match report and see what they're going with. They're going with Grealish, Haaland, Ousmane Dembele, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Stones, Hakimi, Akanji, Cancelo, and Edison. And then obviously they have their substituted players are stacked. So they're currently second place in the table. Because I said that they were actually first. But you know why? Because obviously they had wins after wins. But we're going to tell you why they've dropped to second. That's because Aston Villa's already had their game and they got a win over Wolves, 3-1. That might be one of the reasons why they got the win. So that at the moment, Aston Villa is currently ahead of Man City. But with a game in hand, like if they actually get the job done over us, they could actually overtake them and get back to their first place. But if we get the job done, we could at least be in the top 4 position. Especially with Chelsea in hand next week. Or, well, not next week. The next episode. It would really be crucial. But yeah. So we're going with gegenpressing. They're going with gegenpressing. The battle of the gegenpressing team. But yeah. As usual, we're not going to see the press conference. So we're going to skip it right here. So don't go anywhere. As we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're done with the press conference, and as usual, there were 3 questions that Arteta answered, that Man City are again second place. They're actually second place in the table. And he said that looking at the table, it's like a motivation for them to face them because that gives them a lot of experience. Second question was, they're up against Man City again after versing them in the Community Shield, but obviously they're in for a mood for in a classical match. And third question was obviously Arsenal's consistent run. They're sometimes in and sometimes they're out of steam. But yeah, they trust those boys. Mikel Arteta said that he trusts those boys only unless if their players are kind of battling fitness and such. But apart from that, he trusts his lad. Basically his lads, so yeah. So now let's go for a kickoff. Both the gegenpressing teams are getting ready and locked in for the game. And as usual, we're going to take a look at the team management. We're going to make some changes, so don't go anywhere. As I'll give you the updated squad. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Alright guys, we already made some changes here for Arsenal. So I bought Emil Smith-Rowe for Martinelli because he's kind of battling fitness. Same thing with Havertz. I bought Vieira for Havertz. Pepe, I got him in for Saka. Timber, I got him in for Gabriel. Holding for Saliba. I still don't trust him, but I'm pretty sure because when I bought Rob Holding in that match, that kind of costed that loss to Spurs. But yeah, we have to basically make sacrifices. Tomiyasu, I got him in for Ben White, but Ramsdale is still low, but I'm still trusting him because I'm pretty sure he's a pretty good goalie. And once that match ends, everyone will be back to their good 100% fitness. But yeah. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's enjoy this amazing match. Alright guys, Arsenal versus Manchester City. One of the best games that we've seen for a very long time. 2 good players. Obviously we have Gabriel Jesus, the leading goal scorer for Arsenal. And Erling Haaland, one of the main threats here. But who's going to win this match? We don't know. It's going to be taking place at Emirates Stadium. We have Arsenal versus Manchester City. One of the pulsating matches in the Premier League. So everyone might have forgotten the Arsenal versus Manchester United, one of the old rivalries. But now Manchester City has become the new developed team, so now it has changed. Arsenal is still the same. But I'm pretty sure that this team will also evolve like Man City. So I've kind of made some huge sacrifices for this team, especially with the fitness issues. So let's take a look at the starting 11 here for Arsenal. So in goal we have Aaron Ramsdale. The fullbacks we have Hurrien Timber, Rob Holding, Zinchenko and Tomiyasu. Camavinga, Smith Rowe, Fabio Vieira, Odegaard and Pepe in the midfield. And Jesus, the lone striker. I'm pretty sure that this Arsenal team can get the job done over Man City. But we don't know. Anything can happen here. And as usual, we're going to take a look at Man City's lineup. They're going with Edison in goal, João Cancelo, Akanji, Stones and Hakimi in the defense, Rodri, Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne in midfield, and Grealish, Ousmane Dembele and Erling Haaland in strike. Probably one of the front-running dangerous strikers in Man City ever. So, yeah. Manchester City will obviously start the kickoff because they're getting ready for this pulsating match. And yeah, looks like Man City will start the kickoff with Erling Haaland kicking this one off. He is Haaland. Still Haaland. Still Erling Haaland. And here's Rob Holding. He gets completely bullied. Haaland tries to shoot, but Ramsdale saves this one. And Tomiyasu collects this one. Finds Jesus. Jesus with a pass to Nicola Pepe. Still Pepe. Still Pepe. Still Nicola Pepe. Finds Emil Smith Rowe. It's Smith Rowe finds Jesus. Still Jesus. Manages to keep the ball in. And he scores an absolute banger to put Arsenal in front. This is an amazing start that Arsenal had for a very long time. Scoring a goal. Well, this is Arsenal's everyday job. Scoring the goal to put in front. To put themselves in front. But what a way to actually keep the ball in play. Obviously that control from Jesus. And managing to score past Edison. That to top corner. Might have put Arsenal in front. The leading goal scorer still doesn't let Arsenal down. And now Arsenal are in front. For the time being. Over Man City. But as usual, this is Man City. Man City don't like losing. So that's why they're trying their best to work hard, find players. Here's De Bruyne. De Bruyne finds Hakimi. Still Hakimi. In the previous match, we actually got the job done against them in the Community Shield. So Man City are actually looking for revenge. As Hakimi drives it through, finds Haaland. And as usual, Haaland scores this one. When you have Erling Haaland in goal, you know, as a one-on-one scorer, you know he's not going to miss this one. Well, apart from that first attempt on Ramsdale, which was saved. But it was a wonderful assist, a wonderful pass from Hakimi to find Haaland. And Ramsdale didn't even dive. He actually didn't dive because that was a powerful shot from Haaland. When you have Erling Haaland, it's going to be very dangerous. Here's Pepe. For the time being now, we're already in equalizing mode, but I'm pretty sure that Arsenal will still get back on track. And as you can see right here, the foul's already conceded by Man City. It is Manuel Akanji who actually conceded the foul on Pepe. He kind of pushed Pepe and then he tackled him. It was kind of unnecessary here from Akanji. As we get a corner kick, as we get a free kick here for Arsenal, not corner. And it's Camavinga that's taking the corner. Oh, free kick, not corner. Why am I getting so confused for a second and, you know, lost or zoned out? Now here's Rob Holding. He has little pace, so I'm not sure if he could actually do it, but he does find Pepe. Finds Odegaard. Odegaard finds Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe shoots, but Edison saves. Pepe heads it away, finds Smith Rowe. Jesus shoots, and Jesus scores this one. He scores a brace and puts Arsenal in front yet again. Scoring against his former club is what every player needs. Every player gets his motivation when he scores against his former club. That was a wonderful assist here from Smith Rowe. Finds Jesus, and that's how Jesus manages to score a brace here. Edison dived, but he couldn't save this one. Arsenal get back in lead yet again. But as usual, Manchester City, still Manchester City. They're still trying to find their way, try to dig deep. That's what they're doing right now. Haaland tries to lose all the players by still going through the Arsenal defense. But Rob Holding, who's not been at his form, somehow tackles Haaland and concedes a corner. Arsenal at the time being are now having this comfortable lead. Well, it's not a comfortable lead, it's a slim lead. But anything can change right here, as Bernardo Silva will be taking the corner. Does a short pass to Grealish. Still Grealish. Grealish passes to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva shoots and he scores this one. I'm telling you, this is Manchester City. They're always good in scoring equalizers and always putting us in pressure. That was a wonderful pass here from Grealish, finding Bernardo Silva. That's the reason why he scored this one. And at the moment, we're now in equalizing mode yet again.
Goal for Manchester City, number 20, Bernardo Silva.
Now here's Smith Rowe. Still Smith Rowe. Finds Kamavinga. Finds Holding, who has he has low pace, but somehow finds Tomiyasu. Still Tomiyasu. Still Tomiyasu. Still Tomiyasu somehow manages to get the ball into the box. Finds Odegaard. Odegaard shoots, but Edison saves this one. Could have been a chance to put Arsenal in front, but Edison was too good for him. But what a pass here from Tomiyasu. Odegaard thought he could have actually scored it, but Edison kind of know where he was shooting, and that's how he saved this one from a potential goal. And it's a corner kick here for Arsenal. Odegaard will actually be taking the corner instead of Saka, who's actually been a corner kick expert, a set piece specialist in terms of doing it in the corner side. Now here's Odegaard. Crosses it in, but Stones keeping it away. Finds Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe finds Kamavinga. Kamavinga finds Smith Rowe, but he gets tackled by Akanji. Now here's Grealish. Grealish finds Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva somehow finds Haaland, and Haaland has that pace, so he's trying to make use of it. And he scores this goal. He might have scored a brace to put Man City in front. This is really not good here for Arsenal. When you have Haaland, you know it's going to be problematic for us. But there was a slight deflection. It was actually Tomiyasu that had the touch in it. So wait, actually it's not actually a goal score. It might be an own goal. It is. It's an own goal from Tomiyasu because Tomiyasu actually had a touch on it. Well, I mean, at least it's better than Haaland scoring, but still, a goal is a goal. And here's Zinchenko. But we get the throw in. But this is really not going good for us. I mean, at least it's better than losing to Spurs badly. And now here's Emil Smith Rowe. Tries to find the player in the box, but Cancelo marks this one in. And we have a throw in again. But this time Odegaard collecting it. Finds Kamavinga. Somehow manages to do that Brazilian touch. Still Kamavinga. Tries to go past, but Stones marking it in. Now Rodri finds Haaland. Haaland finds Rodri. Rodri finds Bernardo. Bernardo finds Haaland. This could be a slaughter here. I know it's only a one goal cushion, but when you have Haaland here, you know he's going to create issues. Still Haaland. Still Haaland. Still Haaland. Haaland kind of showboated there. He kind of showboated there. And I can see a bit of booing here from the Arsenal fans, because he knew that he could have blocked it when Haaland was completely not in control of the ball. Look at him. He was like standing there, and then for some reason he just went in and scored. Scores a brace to put Man City in front, as they currently lead by 2 goals. And Emil Smith-Rowe gets subbed off for Declan Rice. What can this super sub player do? And as we go into halftime territory, we lose by 2 goals. Well, we're currently trailing by 2 goals. But this is Manchester City, so this is kind of understandable. But come on, man. This could have at least been avoided. But still, halftime, we have Man City 4, Arsenal 2. And let's take a look at the highlights here from this match, with Jesus actually scoring a banger for somehow keeping the ball in goal. Scores it in top corner. And then as usual, Haaland, an assist from Hakimi, finding Haaland, and then Haaland scoring this one. Many players were rested, so it was kind of hard for Arsenal to win this match. But then obviously Gabriel Jesus came clutch for us again, scoring the goal to put Arsenal in front. But then when you have Haaland, you know it's going to be very ugly. He actually kind of showboated in front of the Arsenal defenders, and that's how he scored that goal to put Arsenal in front. To put Man City in front. Beg your pardon. And now let's go to team management here. We got to make some changes, and it has to be from the centre back. So Holding has basically been a fraud here for us. So we have to basically, good thing we're in the substitution territory. We're gonna put him in for Tierney, and I know he's basically not a centre back, but sometimes you got to make sacrifices. And yeah, let's get to second half. So I got in Tierney for Holding, and as you can see at the top left, Smith-Rowe goes off for Declan Rice. But Man City still collects the ball. Still Dembele. Still Ousmane Dembele, but Tierney with a good take. Finds Camavinga. Camavinga finds Vieira. It's Fabio Vieira. What can Vieira do? Vieira shoots, and he might have put Arsenal back into the game. I know they're still trailing by 1 goal, but with the goal from Vieira, who was basically not showcased in most of the matches, but he might have actually scored the goal which could put Arsenal back into the game. But what a goal here from Fabio Vieira. Puts it in the bottom corner. And currently, we trail by 1 goal, but the momentum is still with us. And this is Vieira's 2nd goal of the Premier League season. He did score his first goal against Bournemouth. And now here's KDB. Finds Rodri. Finds Haaland. Haaland finds De Bruyne. Here's De Bruyne. Still De Bruyne. De Bruyne kind of loses. He chips it and he scores it. What a goal from De Bruyne, man. Honestly, Kevin De Bruyne is completely... He kind of... When he's playing football, he completely knows how to shake things around. And this could be problematic here for us. Somehow we scored the goal, but then we concede the goal yet again. And I thought we would have easily got the job done over Man City, but obviously when we rested our players, you know it was going to get ugly for us. And De Bruyne might have actually got the goal that would put Man City again in lead by 2 goals. Now here's Pepe. Finds Camavinga. Still Camavinga. Camavinga finds Jesus. Still Jesus. Still Jesus. Still Jesus. Still Gabriel Jesus. Jesus shoots and he scores a hat-trick. He might have somehow scored the goal. I know it's a bit not much. He can't do any celebrations here because they're trailing currently. But he might have actually scored the hat-trick that could put Arsenal back into the game yet again. Scored it at the bottom left. Jesus really knows how to turn things around. And as you can see right here, Nicola Pepe makes his way out for El Neni. For Mohamed El Neni. That's his first game for the season.
Substitution for Arsenal. Coming off the pitch, number 28, Nicolas Pepe. To be replaced by number 25, Mohamed El Neni.
He's like the next Salah here, honestly, for Arsenal. But except he's a centre defensive midfielder. But here's Bernardo Silva. Finds Grealish. Still Grealish. Still Grealish. Finds Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva scores this one. It's been goal fest. It's like when you score, I can score as well. Arsenal still not getting that momentum yet again. And Bernardo Silva might have actually put a Man City in front. And this time extending their lead. Arsenal tried their best, honestly. But when you have Man City and when their PR is pretty good, you know it's going to get ugly. That's his brace, actually. So Haaland scored a brace. Bernardo Silva scored a brace. De Bruyne scored one goal. And then it was an own goal by Tomiyasu.
Goal for Manchester City, number 20, Bernardo Silva.
And it's been a goal fest, man. And despite getting Rob Holding off the pitch and getting Tierney, it was still going to be ugly here for us. Now here's Declan Rice. Still Rice, but he gets tackled by Hakimi. Now here's Haaland. And Arsenal's next match is against Chelsea, which is again going to be another intriguing match. But I'm pretty sure that this could really turn into a rout. Here's João Cancelo. But what a mark here from Zinchenko. And Ramsdale collects this one. He has to basically go back, but Haaland has it. And this could be a rout. Haaland, from long range distance, scores the goal. I cannot believe that was a poor giveaway here from Ramsdale. And he somehow finds Haaland. And he might have scored a long range goal. A miscommunication here from Ramsdale. And Haaland scoring a long range goal from here. He actually scores a hat-trick too. Mind you that. But this is turning into a rout. And Vieira goes off for Trossard. But now it's, I think, game over, honestly.
Manchester City, number 9, Erling Haaland.
Despite Jesus scoring a hat-trick, you know it's going to be ugly. Here's El Neni. Finds Jesus. Finds Odegaard. But he gets illegally tackled. Still Odegaard. And the foul was just in time given. Cancelo gets the yellow card for illegally attacking Odegaard. This could have been the red card that we desperately needed. But come on. Man City really got the revenge. Because this was the revenge for losing in the Community Shield. And El Neni takes the free kick, sorry. Now here's Hurricane Timber, but he gets tackled by Bernardo Silva. And most of the attack is from the counter-attacking here. Here's Ousmane Dembele. Still Dembele. Still Ousmane. Still Ousmane. Still Ousmane. Ousmane shoots. And that's another own goal, and it's from El Neni. But what a goal here from Dembele. I'm pretty sure he's celebrating. But this is bad here for us. This is as bad as the Spurs game. It was Tierney that actually conceded the own goal. It's turning into a rout, honestly. 2 own goals. A brace from Bernardo Silva. A hat-trick from Erling Haaland. It was like something like a crucifying moment here for Arsenal. And now here's El Neni. But he loses the ball, but he still gets it back. Still El Neni. Finds Jesus. Still Jesus. Still Jesus. Jesus shoots, but Edison saves this one.
Substitution for Manchester City. Coming off the pitch, number 11.
And Dembele goes off for Foden, for Phil Foden.
Pitch, number 47, Phil Foden.
As we get a corner kick here for Arsenal. Jesus has more kind of few shots than Haaland. Timber shoots with his head, but Edison saves it. Despite chances created from Arsenal, you know it's going to get very ugly. And corner kick yet again for Arsenal. They're not that happy, honestly. They know the game is already over. Done and dusted. Finito. But can they at least score a consolation goal? Stones mark this one away. Finds Tomiyasu, but João Cancelo gets this one. This could be a rout. Against the B team mostly. When you don't have Saka, when you don't have Saliba, when you don't have Gabriel, you know it was going to get very hard. Now here's still Bernardo Silva. Finds Grealish, but luckily, finally, this was an offside. And obviously, players are getting back. They're getting ready for the kickoff. Offside. They didn't really want to show the offside because they really want the game to be finished. And Rodri has it. Still Rodri. Finds De Bruyne. De Bruyne finds Foden. Foden finds Haaland. And you know how it's going to be turning into. Except Timber somehow tackles him. Haaland this time didn't do anything. Finds Trossard. Finds Camavinga. Still Camavinga, and obviously the time is up with Man City demolishing us into pieces by winning this game 8-4. Haaland gets the match ball. Jesus did get the match ball because he scored a hat-trick. He was supposed to get it, but he lost. And Haaland created more chances than him. So that's the reason why Haaland deserves to get the match ball. I mean, he's been like a bully for us, honestly. But full time, it's Man City 8, Arsenal 4. And let's take a look at the highlights here. Nothing much. Haaland just basically showboating and then scoring a goal. And then the goal by Kevin De Bruyne with a chip kick. Ramsdale's completely getting... He's completely... I have no words to say, but he's just harassed, I would say, by Man City attackers, the three dangerous front runners. And then obviously the poor giveaway from Ramsdale, finding Haaland, and Haaland scoring from long range. And then an attempt from Jesus. He tried to get at least one goal back, but Edison saves this one. It was a slaughter. That's all I got to say. And then the post-match interview.
Hi, can you chat to us for a second about the match?
Alright, Arteta's obviously not going to be happy about this. This has never been that bad ever since the Spurs defeat. A hat-trick from Gabriel, but you lost. That was a good and individual performance, as you could hope to see. Jesus was exceptional and his hat-trick should have been enough to win us the game. I'm lost for words. Tough to take for Arsenal fans. That's 2 defeats against Man City. Do you have to accept that they're just the better team right now? Yes, we've been beaten but twice by Man City now, and that hurts. But I believe in my players. We've learned our lesson and improved. I'm looking to the senior players to set an example now. Today was an opportunity to make up ground on Man City in the table, but you lost the game. How disappointed are you and what went wrong for your team? The boys work very hard out there. This was always looked a difficult fixture for us because the opposition have excellent players all through their lineup, but we competed well.
Thanks, that'll be all for today.
So Mikel Arteta kind of understood why they lost because Man City was kind of... they were OP, honestly. And as usual, let's take a look at the chat. I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of chats here. It's from Gabriel. Boss, I've got to be honest with you. I think me not getting games is starting to damage my career. I want to go away and make a fresh start somewhere else. Please let me leave so I can get chances to play. But you know what? I'm grateful for the time you spent at the club, and I hope you learn from your experience here. This games will help you grow as a player. This is not good here, man, for us. This is not good. Gabriel is getting completely bullied. He says that he's not having game time. And that's the reason what costed us. But tell me about it. His fitness is completely low. This is going to be Thomas Partey all over again. His fitness was low. What can I say for Gabriel, honestly? But anyway, our next game is against Chelsea. I really hope we can do this because it's just not helpful for us. Let's see where we are at the standings. And we've currently dropped down to 7th place in the table, with Manchester City getting their first place back. But yeah, our next game is against Chelsea. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this one. And we'll be back for our next game. Goodbye. Hello guys, we're back, and just as we witnessed, this game went from bad to shit worse. Sorry, pardon my language, but it went from bad to worse. Because you know why? Arsenal lost to Man City. 8 goals to 4. They've been completely outclassed by them. Thanks to a hat-trick from Haaland, a brace from Bernardo, a goal from De Bruyne, and 2 own goals, which costed us. And another bad news is that Gabriel is not getting game time. Well, that's because of his fitness. We can't blame him that. We can't blame that. His fitness was obviously the reason why he didn't get that much game time. But I really hope this turns out well for him, because we don't want to lose Gabriel like we're about to lose Partey. But anyway, it is what it is. But let's see what we can do in our next game, because I mean, despite the hat-trick from Jesus, it has completely been bad for us. But yeah, sometimes we need to learn from experiences. But yeah, anyway, I really hope you enjoy this one. Our next game is against Chelsea. Another difficult game as it's from Stamford Bridge. I really hope we get the job done, because in 3 traditional big teams, we didn't even get the job done. And our 2 remaining teams are Chelsea and Liverpool. Can we at least get the job done against them? We just hope we can get against Chelsea at least. But anyway, I really hope you enjoy this one. This is Brisbane 05 Blaster here, signing off.